Today we're going on a little trip. Me and you and the bookstore. So I don't know if you heard, but I've been in a little bit of a book slump after finishing the 75 book challenge. It did not work for me. I actually haven't picked up a book in almost a week now. I am currently reading The Life of Pi, which is pretty interesting, but it's not engaging me enough to where I want to sit down and take the time to read. So I figured it was probably about time to go and buy some new books. Recently, I've been reading a lot of historical fiction and fiction, so I'm trying to stay away from buying books like that today. I want to try and switch it back up to maybe a fantasy book or something with a little bit of romance to it, because I've just been in a slump and I need something light and easy to remind me why I love reading. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to buy some books, so let's just get on into it. I told myself I couldn't buy more than like one book, and here I am finding like 4 or 5. And I'm low-key mad. I'm low-key really mad at myself because I spent a lot of money the other one. I already bought 4 books. But damn. In my opinion, I could have done worse. So now that I'm home, we're gonna go over every single book I did end up buying today. I ended up buying 4 books from the first one. Not a great start, but I did find some great things that I just refused to walk away from. And I am actually happy that I ended up caving and buying them. Let me show it to you. When I first walked into Bright Light, I saw the complete collection of the UK covers from Once Upon a Broken Heart. I have been dying to get my hands on these beautiful, beautiful covers, but I just could not justify spending that much money to get them all. So when I found them all here for $7.99, was I going to leave them? Is that really a question? So obviously they came home with me. It was like the first thing I shoved in my bag. I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and replace the really pretty books and change them out for my mixed matched Barnes & Noble ones. That way they're lined up and they're beautiful and I don't have multiple copies. Now, when I also saw this book, I knew it was coming home with me because I've been waiting to read this book forever. House of Roots and Ruin. Now, I've read the first book in this series, A House of Salt and Sorrows. and absolutely loved it. It's like The Little Mermaid and 12 Dancing Princesses. The writing is amazing, and there's a little bit of a mystery. So I think this is book 2. I don't know if the stories are interconnected or if they just happen to take place in the world, but I wanted this paperback so bad, which is why I was waiting to read it, and I finally found it in paperback, and I'm so excited to delve back into this world because I love this author's writing, and especially being in a book slump, I feel like fantasy is going to get me back to where I need to be, which is reading a lot. My real issue is when I got to Barnes & Noble, I found about 15 books that I wanted. As much as I would have loved to bring every single one of them home, I'm trying to be more responsible with how many books I purchased this year, so I was very strict and I only walked away with one. Now this is The Lovers. It's basically where real people fall into a fantasy world. I've read another book like this and I gave it a 3 out of 5. So I'm hoping this book will be a little bit better. I'll be honest, I mainly bought it for the cover. It's beautiful. It looks promising. I love the pastel pink, and I'm also a tarot card lover. With that being said, there are tons of books that I low-key regret leaving behind. The main one is a sapphic historical romance. I do not know why, but all I want to read right now is historical romance. That's all I want to watch too. It's like this dilemma I've been having since Bridgerton Part 1 came out. All I want is historical romance. More Bridgerton, please. Please and thank you. I know they've already started filming for season 5, but they're not going fast enough for my liking, and so I need to keep myself preoccupied. Another book I really thought about getting was Anderson and Bloom, but I already got the NetGalley arc for it, so I have already read the story and I want to read something new, because if I'm being honest with you, I'm not rereading Once Upon a Broken Heart. I just bought it because I wanted the covers. I'm looking for the next best thing. Does that make sense? Like, Quicksilver Part 2 disappointed me so bad. I've been so let down since I DNF'd Brimstone this year. I haven't really wanted to explore another fantasy world because they've just been letting me down. I don't know what's going on with the fantasy genre right now, but it's just not hitting the way I need them to hit, if you catch my drift. I'm trying to find the best of the best at this point. I'm so sick of wasting my time on mediocre fantasy books because there's a lot out there. So instead of wasting my time, I'm just not even reading in the fantasy genre. Because apparently, according to Quicksilver, I have no taste. Because what the hell was Brimstone? I'm going to do more research on the books that I wanted to buy today but didn't. I'm sure a lot of them won't end up on my TBR, but you never know. I might regret not buying something and I might end up going back for it because I ended up seeing so many new books that looked interesting. The last time I was in a bookstore, not a single book caught my eye. Yes, last time I was in a bookstore, I walked out with nothing. So I was really surprised this time to have a literal issue with picking one thing. If you have already read The Lovers, please let me know if you liked it down in the comments below, because I'm kind of scared to read this because I feel like it's either going to be really good or really bad and I'll end up giving it away. I'd say overall, I had a pretty good haul and I'm happy with everything that I got. Especially those UK covers. Oh my god, they're just so pretty. As always, you can keep up with me on all of the platforms right here. Thank you so much for joining me again, and I can't wait to see you next time. Mom, reaping now, going to the reaping.